Alrighty everybody, what's poppin'? Welcome in, this is BabyNation.com. Welcome back here to another video, guys, and today we are going to be doing our full conference championship picks. We'll have the pick show here, we'll have the analytics predictions video for here as well. We're going to stay right here for that as well. Like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do like, subscribe, join the Discord, and follow me on Twitch. Both links are in the description. Make sure you guys do check out all of our social media platform. Go follow me, and this channel is free to subscribe, so if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe button. Currently working our way to our 1,000 subscriber goal, so if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. Also, we're 14 away from 600. Really do appreciate if you guys hit that like, subscribe button. So if you guys haven't done that, make sure you guys please do so. I really would appreciate your support. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the conference championship pick'ems here. There's your leaderboard down below. Chill Will right now has the lead at 9. Let's see if he can hang on here. Second place, we have a 4-way place tie between me, Yeller, Demetrius, and Chase. Boyle at 8, and then Cam, Michael, and Adam are in the tie third place with 7. So a pretty competitive leaderboard once again, just like the regular season here. So like I said, if you guys already hit the like, subscribe button, really do appreciate all the support and love. And yeah, I'm excited to do this with you guys here. It's been an awesome season so far. We only get to do this two more times. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Also, like I said, throughout the video, we'll keep it right here. We'll have our analytics predictions video also in. Well, we're gonna have that in this same video, so stay tuned for that. We'll go ahead and get into that when it's time. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the picks first and see what we got. Alright everybody, let's get into the picks, and we're beginning here with the AFC Championship game here. We have the New England Patriots. They're going to be going into Mile High to play against the Denver Broncos here. Both teams have been phenomenal at the overall course of this season. This is 1 versus 2 seed for a reason. Both of the two teams have been dominant here, but like I said, Denver, the last one over Buffalo was a squeaker there. That was that definition of a squeaker, but good credit to them. They find a way to get the job done. Only the Bills find a way to get the job done in those situations, but Denver did it this time. You got to give them credit for it. Maybe you could make a legitimate argument that they might have some calls in that game that kind of went their way, but I'm not going to give credit for Denver. I mean, they played really well. Their defense kind of looks sluggish, but back on that saying that's kind of expecting me to play against Josh Allen. Looking at the Patriots are coming off a another pretty good outing here. They end up getting going home, taking care of business against Houston Texans last week, and they just took advantage of CJ. And no, we could talk about CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud was terrible in that game. The Patriots took advantage of it. So we got our AFC Championship game. Top two teams in the AFC seeding wise here. Patriots and Broncos should be a very good one. For me, I mean, this is kind of, if you guys haven't heard the Bo Nix situation here, the Bo Nix situation just sucks. I last time I checked, he got injured. He just didn't really feel that well. And then it's kind of suspicious because I didn't think we saw it throughout the game. Like he was injured. I don't know how he got injured. He might say that, but it's barely like a broken bone. Like late in the fourth quarter, I do not know what happened, but it was kind of suspicious here. So, like I said, with Bo Nix being now, it's going to be Stidham at quarterback, playing against a really well-rounded team, a really round defensive team, all that stuff. Patriots defense is pretty good. I gotta trust the Patriots in this situation. But here's the thing: I was actually going to pick Denver if Bo Nix was playing. If he was playing, I would probably go with Denver. But since Bo Nix is out, I don't really see how their offense gets into any kind of. I mean, maybe they might get some to rhythm, but the Patriots defense is really good. So I'll go Patriots, but this is one of those ones I would have picked Denver if their quarterback was playing. Let's see, Yeller going to go to the Patriots as well. Go Patriots as well, and Yeller, let's see, he actually had some notes for me this week. Where is it? Right here. It was the same thing. He said the same thing. All right, what else we got here? Let's see, Cam, gonna go with the Patriots. How about our leader right now, Chill Will, which is our leader. Who's he going with? He's going with the Patriots as well. All right. He's taking the. All right, Patriots will. Is anybody picking Denver? All right, Adams with the Patriots. Adams taking the Patriots. Chase. Yep, Chase is going Patriots. I say is really nobody going to pick. Michael taking the Patriots. God damn. Michael Patriots. Man, ain't nobody picking Denver since Bo Nix is out. Wait, who am I missing here? I got Cam, I got Adam, I got Chase, I got Michael, I got Will, I got Yeller, Demetrios. Oh, Demetrios, yeah, Demetrios is gonna do it. He's gonna do it anyway. Demetrios, he's gonna be by himself. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have to check again, but he's taking Denver. And if I'm not mistaken, like I said, I think he's going to be by himself on this one, which it kind of surprised me a little bit. Maybe they get something going here, but I'm not going to trust it. I'm not going to trust Denver here to really get going. But so we'll see. I got to make sure I got everybody real quick. 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, hold on. Am I missing somebody? Okay, no, I'm not missing anybody. Okay, yeah. But I said this is just one of those ones that I'm with Demetrios. Like, I probably would have picked Denver if Bo Nix was healthy, but he's not healthy. So I just feel like I have to go with the Patriots. It's a team that just feels like they're the more balanced team. I just feel like I have to go with the Patriots. So like I said, we'll break it down here in a minute. But yeah, everybody gonna go with the Patriots here. Demetrios all by himself with the Broncos, which is still a decent pick. I'll give it that. It's still a decent pick. It could go either way, but we will see who we got for that one. Hold on, I'm going to fix my screen here real quick. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the NFC Championship game here. We got my Los Angeles Rams taking on against the Seattle Seahawks here. Listen, Seattle, I've been talking about all week. Seattle, they look dominant right now. Like, they do. That's just the facts. But at the same time, you can look at Seattle, and this is how I'm really looking at it. I don't know if you guys can look at it this way, but I know Seattle's team is dominant. I know this is the last team I wanted to play as a Rams fan in the NFC, and I'm glad this is the last team we're going to be playing in the NFC. But anyway here, like I said, Seattle, they look dominant. They beat the absolute piss poor out of the Niners last week, and they made it look easy on them. But at the same time, San Francisco had a shitload of injuries, and Seattle can't really overcome that. That's going to be a lot to overcome. Looking at the Rams here, the Rams come up with another squeaker against Chicago. They squeaked away against the Panthers, and you can make an argument and say the Rams don't even deserve to be here. I'm going to get on you for that, but I'm not going to completely disagree with you on that. But Seattle, they're playing about as good as anybody, and I was kind of going back and forth with this game just because the last time the two teams met, it was an absolute thriller, probably one of the better games we've seen all year, and then Seattle won that one. But at the same time, the Rams outplayed Seattle this year. They won the first game, even though if you want to make that, even though we didn't deserve to win that game, all that stuff. But at the same time, Seattle didn't deserve to win that game too, so I guess that's fair. And then the second game, the Rams outplayed Seattle for 3.5 quarters and then choked for the last game. So me thinking it that way is I think the Rams are the better team. But this is just a hard one to pick here. Let's start with Chill Will. See what he got here. This is just a tough one to pick here. Will's gonna go with the Seahawks. Will's taking the Seahawks. He's taking the Seahawks at home. Here, this should be a good one here. Demetrios is going to go with the Seahawks as well. Damn. Two people already with Seattle. This is not looking good. Adams going with Seahawks as well. Damn. Okay. All right. This would be. I can see it. Like I said, Seattle, their defense is good. But here's the thing: Zach Charbonnet is also going to be out for this game, and I actually do think that's going to be huge for Seattle because he's the main part of their running back room. So we'll see. Cam is taking the Rams. Yep, Cam's going to do it. Cam's taking my Rams. All right. Cam, yep, he's going with the Rams. Let's see, is anybody else taking the Rams? Chase is not. Chase is taking Seattle. Michael isn't either. All right. Michael's taking Seattle. Man, like I said, I can see why you guys are picking Seattle, man. I can see it. Like I said, I think Seattle's a hell of a team. Like I previously said, I think this is the last team I wanted to play in the NFC, and I'm glad we are playing them last in the NFC here. What's the other got? Yeller's got the Rams, and hold on, Yeller's got the Rams, and he has something to say about it. Yeller said, "Who do you trust more, Stafford or McVay?" No, Stafford or Sam Darnold. He trusts Stafford a lot more. Him and Sean McVay finds a way to win here in Seattle. That's what he says. I don't. Nah, man, this is tough for me to pick because I should be picking my team here, but at the same time, like I want to pick Seattle just to play it safe. I'm going my Rams. I picked this matchup in the NFC Championship game. I had the Rams winning it, and I'm not going to change my decision now. The Rams were my Super Bowl pick going into the year, or going into this tournament. I'm going to stick with that. I think my Rams find a way to win the game. Sam Darnold does have a history of struggling against the Rams, and that's an actual fact. Like he does struggle mainly against one team, and that's the Rams. So, but at the same time, he looks balanced. He looks good. He didn't even need to do anything too much last week because their offense and their defense, special teams scored like 2 touchdowns on defense and special teams. So it was just crazy work from Seattle. But they can argue me that this game is in Seattle. You might want to pick the Seahawks because it's more safer. I understand that, but yeah, I'm gonna go with my Rams here. I think it could go either way. So it's like a boxing match type game, but we'll see here. I did to take the line, all that stuff. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. Like I said, we're gonna keep it right here for my analytics predictions video. I'm not gonna make another video for it because it doesn't really make any sense for me to do it. But like I said, we'll stay right here. We'll get into the analytics predictions here in just a few moments. But 3 on 5, majority of everybody here is going to go with the Seattle Seahawks. But just another game that I can just see going either way. But so, like I said, guys, we'll go ahead and get to our analytics portion of the video here coming out right now, and we'll see you then. Alright, everybody, let's go ahead and move on to the analytics portions of the video. Like I said, this is where I break down, if you guys haven't been with us all season long, this is my breakdown. Each game, we could go picks against the spread, over, under, straight up picks, best bets, all that fun stuff here. So, this has been a whole lot of fun to do this year. I am going to do it again next year, but I'm kind of sad that we only get to do this 2 more times. I mean, sure we're going to be doing some more in the NBA now since the NFL season's out of the way, but the NBA season is like daily, like you gotta so it's not like weekly like the NFL that we actually have time to actually bet stuff. So yeah, overall in the year we're doing pretty good here. I mean, and actually regular picks on 184, 95, and 1. I'm trying to stay out of that 100 range. Let's see if we can do that. We're at 97 losses right now, and that means the only way I would get there if I lose out. So I was just okay, I hope I don't lose out. And then we're looking in pretty good shape there to finish under 100 losses here. Spread picks 140, 142. I'm kind of on the dark horse there, which means I need to win. I need to win out to finish above 500 in spread picks. So let's see if we can go ahead and do that. Over under picks overall in the year 146, 136. By far is probably one of my more impressive stat lines of the whole season. Going 10 games above 100 over under, especially how wacky this season's been. So I'm still kind of good about that. And last week we went 3-1 straight up, 2-2 against the spread, 1-3 over under. I kind of made some stupid bets last week that I told you guys to bet on, but and I know I look like an ass because of that, but you know what, it is what it is here. So that's what we got going on this year. Like I said, we'll be back here. We'll be doing this for the Super Bowl for the predictions, and yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we got here for these championship games. Alright guys, let's go ahead and kick things off here. We got the Patriots at the Broncos again. I'm going to take the Patriots in this one. I'm going to take them 24-17 here. This is nothing against Denver, right? This is nothing against Denver. I do think that they're still a hell of a team. I still think they have a chance. The game is in Mile High, which is definitely a tough place to play in. So you want to think about that. You might think about Denver in that way, but I just really think this Bo Nix injury is just gonna kill him here. It just seems that their offense was going into the right direction here because they scored 33 points against Buffalo last week, and Bo Nix actually did not play that bad of a game last week. So I'm looking at that game and I'm like, okay, if Bo Nix plays in this game, I'm actually gonna pick Denver because their offense seems in the rhythm, and we know we can count their defense at times. Even though their defense allowed 30 points against Buffalo last week, but at the same time, that's the Bills. That's what you expect in games when you're playing the Bills. You expect them to score. You expect to score on them, but at the same time, they expect to score on you. So that's kind of like the Buffalo Bills there. They don't really get into these some type of shootouts. So that's kind of normal. But at the same time here, You're playing against a team again that's well balanced in the Patriots, a team that just has all the momentum right now. Sure, Denver does have some motivation too. Don't get me wrong; they won against Buffalo last week, and New England took out probably the best defense in football last week. So you look at that match and say, okay, you might want to favor towards Denver, right? Because they're at home. But I'm not going to in this one. I'm going to take the Patriots here. I think Drake May does enough to win this game. I think he will outplay Stidham. And like I said, I'm not going to discredit Stidham. I'm not going to. I think he will keep the Broncos in the game, but I'm not expecting him to win the game, if that makes any sense. So without that being said here, I do think Stidham will play a decent game here. I'm not expecting him to do the worst. I'm kind of expecting him to make some mistakes, especially playing against a really good defense and the New England Patriots. And I think we all know this year that the Patriots are a pretty good defensive team here. I think we all know that for sure. But I like the Patriots more in this game. Drake May, I think he will get the job done here. I love how the Patriots offense have been generating right now. Love how they're getting Henderson, Diggs involved. Hunter Henry, I think he's been awesome this year for the Patriots. So I just like this balanced Patriots team to go in there and get the job done here and advance to the Super Bowl here in the AFC Championship game. I got them winning this game 24-17. I think their defense, and I think Drake May does enough to win the game. Kind of another advantage for the Patriots. I mean, the Patriots kind of have many advantages this year, but they have a major advantage because they're not going to be playing Bo Nix, so that's going to be a key thing about that. But I'll take the Patriots minus 4.5. I think that line's a little bit too. I think it's not high enough for me to pick Denver. I mean, I can see this game being a field goal game, but at the same time, I'm thinking like, okay, I just don't think that this game should really be as close as this. I think the Patriots, given this scenario, should be able to win this game by at least a touchdown or maybe 10. So I'll take the Patriots to cover that 4.5. And I'm actually going to take the under in this game at 42.5. And mainly I'm going to take the under it's just because of the uncertainties of these two teams. Like I said, we know that Broncos are a pretty good defensive unit, but at the same time, and their offense, I don't know how their offense is going to perform as Stidham. And if you look at the Patriots, I mean, the Patriots offense we've seen at times, it's mainly been good this year, but we mainly see at times that they struggle a little bit. Maybe they get off to a slow start here. We've seen that from the Patriots. We've seen that against the Chargers in the postseason. And we've seen that a couple times throughout the regular season. So I'm like, can this Patriots team start high? Also playing against one of the better defensive units in football in the Denver Broncos. So I think they'll get off to a slow start. I do think their offense will pick up, but I'm just not really expecting it to hit that under 42.5. I wouldn't bet on anything here because overall it is kind of risky to not do anything about this game, but I'll take the slide under here at 42.5. But it should be, even with Stidham, because I do think he'll play a decent game, this one should be a pretty competitive game here for the most part. All right, everybody, last but not least here, let's go to the AFC Championship game here. We got my Rams going into Seattle to play the Seahawks. I'm going to take my Rams to win this game. I got to win this game 28-27. I only have a 1-point game in this one. I think this one could go either way, realistically. I think there's legitimate both arguments why you could take both teams here. I already talked about it kind of in my pick show, but I didn't really want to spoil it to anybody. But like I said, the Rams, I believe in my team, man. This is just my pick because I'm just believing in my team. I know what my team is capable of doing. But that's not the main reason why I'm picking the Rams here. It's not the main reason. It's a reason, but it's not the main reason here. I'm picking the Rams to win. I know the majority of you guys are going to pick Seattle. So I kind of expect the majority of you guys to pick Seattle. I kind of expected that because Seattle, they're home, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it. This is a really good team. They're home. You can take a look at the Rams postseason and say, hey, they squeak out against a couple teams. They haven't really looked that sharp. Their offense did not look that inconsistent. But at the same time, the Rams, the order to win that game in Chicago, it's freezing as hell outside. For you to go in there into Chicago, find a way to win the game when things were not going your way. And McVay had some calls last week that was just like, oh my God, it was just mind-blowing, just something that you would never think he would do. And for them to overcome that in the cold and to win that game off of Caleb Williams' miracle last week, I don't think that's being talked enough. I think they need to talk more about that. I just don't think that's going to be recognized enough in what it is. And then look at Seattle. I mean, they kind of had I'm not gonna put this in a rude way, but I'm gonna put it like they kind of had a second bye week last week because they beat the shot of the Niners, and the Niners were like limping going into that game. So if you look at Seattle, say that they kind of had like a second bye week. I wouldn't disagree with you there. Obviously, that's what I think, but they had a second bye week. But at the same time, they look good. I mean, at the same time, I think we all expect this of Seattle. Their defense looks good. Their offense looks good. Just how late this Seattle team's been this year. And now I look at this game. I think this one could go either way here. Sam Darnold's playing his ass off. Matthew Stafford's probably going to win MVP this year. You have two quarterbacks that are very capable here. I just trust Stafford more here, man. I trust Stafford here to make more plays. Like I said, last time they were in these buildings, I think this is a revenge game for the Rams. I think it will, because I remember last time they were in the stadium, they outplayed Seattle for 3.5 quarters, and then Seattle came back and won that game. And I would say that's a Rams fan for no reason, but like I said, this was I thought as soon as Seattle made that comeback a couple weeks ago, I kind of knew they were going to win that game. But I think the Rams should be able to, if they get out to the lead, I do think Seattle will come back. At the same time, I kind of expect the Rams to win the game here. Now, special teams wise, the Rams do have but still have some problems. Not major problems like it before, but it's been fixed, but not completely. Seattle's special teams one of the best in the league, so you want to look at that and say that advantage Seattle. You could possibly say that here. I would trust Stafford, Devontae Adams. He kind of got banged up a little bit last week. I do think he'll be available for this game. Obviously, the Rams got some guys back. Puka, of course, he'll be available. Kyron looked phenomenal last week. I'm kind of expecting him to run the ball. Blake Corum didn't really use part of the offense. At the same time, that's what it should be. Kyron should be the front runner of that offense here. And then that Rams defense definitely has to step up. And the Rams defense don't step up in this game, we're going to lose, because Seattle has arguably one of the best offenses in basketball. In football. So this is just a tough game to pick. It just really is. It's just another one of those games that can go either way. Seattle with Sam Darnold, he looks terrific. He like literally this game could go either way. It really could. You can make legitimate arguments for both teams. JSN, I can see him popping off. AJ Barner, he's been situational. You know what I mean? When Seattle needed him most, he's there. And I think he caught that 2-point conversion to beat the Rams last time, but. Man, this is going to be a hell of a game. I cannot wait to watch this game personally. I cannot wait. I'm going to trust McVay. I'm going to trust Stafford here. I think McVay will bounce back. He made some calls last week that was kind of questionable about. I think he'll bounce back here. It's just a toss-up game. Just a toss-up game. Pick who you want to here. Could go either way. It's in Seattle, so that probably favors the Seahawks, but I can see JSN popping off. I can see Puka popping off. Them two were literally unguardable last time they played against each other. So I'm going to take the Rams plus 2.5 in this one. I feel like, even if they do lose, I do think they keep it within a field goal or maybe a 1-point game here. So that is kind of tricky though. But I'll take the Rams. Like I said, I picked the Rams to win, so I have to take them with the points regardless. I'm definitely going to take the over at 46.5. I'm expecting plenty of scoring in this one. I know Seattle's defenses are good, but one of those teams that can score on Seattle's good defense is the Rams. Remember, they 36 points last time the two teams met. So I have confidence that the Rams will put up points. Maybe not as much as it was in that last meeting, but I kind of have like meteor scoring here, 28-27, 1-point game. I got the Rams moving on to Super Bowl. And yes, I am comfortable about taking the over in this game at 46.5. I'm not going to put any bets or anything like that, but that's just what I got here for the NFC Championship. Like I said, if you guys have already, I do appreciate your support. Make sure to like, subscribe button. Anyway, I'm going to hop out of here. Good to the guys. You guys are watching all the time. Appreciate my support, and we will see you guys soon. Peace out. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.